So we have the formula for the predetermined overhead. We in the top, in the numerator, we have the estimated total manufacture overhead. And then on the bottom is the denominator. We have the estimated total units of the allocation base you choose for your company or for your situation, such as the direct labor hours or direct labor dollars or the machinery hours. Now let's see how we can estimate, the general formula, especially for the estimated total manufacture overhead. This is kind of related to the variable cost and fixed cost, mixed cost we introduced in chapter 1. Because when we estimate the total overhead for the coming year, we know the manufacturer overhead include some of the overhead are variable cost. Some of the overhead are pure fixed cost, such as the insurance of the factory or the factory supervisor's salaries, or even some of the street land depreciation of the building and machinery. So the fixed overhead will repeat, right? So will be stable, but the variable overhead will change with the production volume. There are also some mixed costs. Remember, we introduced the utility expenses are most mixed cost. Means in the utility charge bill, you can see a recurring charge or fixed charge, like $10 per month. And then you have the usage charge. That's the kilowatt hours, like 15 cents per kilowatt hours. So to make sure the estimation of overhead accurate, we'll use the mixed cost approach to estimate the total. So to do that, we need to get an estimation for the total fixed overhead. This will be represented by the A in the formula. So estimated total fixed overhead, all of your fixed overhead, adding them together. And that's a dollar value, right? So depreciations, supervisors' salaries, and insurance, property tax. So all fixed items, adding them together. Then for the variable part, like the usage charge of your electricity, the gas or water, or some other variable items, we need to estimate the rate. Be careful, the rate or cost per unit. So this unit is not the production unit. Be careful, is the unit of your allocation base, like your per direct labor hours. So per direct labor hours, how much the utility expense? Okay, per direct labor hours. And to estimate, we need we need lots of historical data and a modeling, right? So the computers and the data analytics can assist us to do the modeling. So you incorporate all of these factors and you will get a formula eventually for your estimated overhead. So Y is the total estimated overhead, and A is your total estimated fixed overhead. Then B is your estimated variable overhead per unit of your cost driver. And X, because X is your total estimated allocation base. Is like your total chosen cost driver to allocate the overhead, like your total direct labor hours needed for the year or total machine hours needed. So with all of these factors, you will be able to, because the X you can change, right? So once you determine the A and the B, you can estimate, or I'm going to use 100,000 total direct labor hours or 1,000,000 hours of machine hours. So you can flexible change the X to get an idea of the total manufacturer overhead. So that's the theory or the formula parts. And then after you got the y, the total estimated overhead, then divided by the x, your denominator of the allocation base will be able to calculate a predetermined overhead rate, and then you can apply it to any job finished in this period. Now let's see this formula in our prior example. In our job cost sheet, we already recorded the direct material and the direct labor cost. Now let's see the overhead allocation. Before we finish this job, the estimated overhead rate is already set up for the whole year, and this information are based upon total 40,000 direct labor hours as your total allocation base. And then the total estimated fixed overhead, 640,000. So the fixed overhead part for the coming year. And variable manufacturer overhead is approximate $4 per direct labor hour. Okay, per direct labor hour. So this information, again, we need to do it separately, okay, in other scenarios to come up with all of these estimations. Now we are using this information to get the total overhead, so total estimated overhead, fixed plus the variable. The variable, we got it by multiply the $4 rate and the 40,000. Be careful. The 40,000 is your total estimated cost driver or allocation base. So we have 800,000 estimated total manufacturer overhead divided again by the 40,000 estimated hours. So you got a $20 per direct labor hour. That's your predetermined or estimated overhead rate. You apply this $20 rate to any job you finish in the coming year. Okay, when the job is finished, we need to finish the cost reports because direct material, direct labor are known directly. Then you apply the overhead, or use the actual direct labor hours consumed by each job and multiply by this rate. So that's will leading to the learning objective 2 and 3. Okay, apply the overhead to each job and then figure out the total job costing sheet. And this is continue from our prior job order, or a special order coupling for this department. So the direct material is done. So we have 3 layers of material added and different labor hours we added. So direct material, direct labor. Now the manufacturer overhead is not actual. I'm saying the rate is not actual, but the 27, be careful, direct labor hours are actual. So let's me, if you can see this. So the 27, that's that's a place many people got confused in the beginning to do the allocation. The 27 is a actual direct labor hour. And the 20 is your estimated rate. So the allocation of the manufacturer overhead is a combination of the actual allocation base for that job. Be careful, for that job or the cost driver consumed. This job consumed 27 actual direct labor hours. Then apply this $20 rate we calculated before. So you got a $540 total manufacturer overhead. This is called applied overhead, not actual overhead. So applied manufacturing overhead to this job. And now we can add the overhead to the other, overhead to the other two cost items. And you got a 2390 total cost. And in this job, there are 2 units. Okay, so you can see the units. So each job, you can have different number of units. So use the total cost divided by the total units. We got a cost per unit for this job. Okay, this is a kind of machinery parts, but it can be the aircraft or construction work like a project, right? So customer homes, 1,000 units of t-shirts, right? So it can be any type of job costing production. You will have the direct material cost accumulated, direct labor cost accumulated, and the manufacturer overhead applied normally one time, okay, when the job is completed, so we can finish the whole job cost sheet, okay, to figure out the total cost and unit cost. And then you already probably have a price or charge for the customer or like for this products. Okay, then you can compare the sales revenue and the cost, so we can figure out the job profit you made, especially for service industries. Okay, how much we earned for each customer profitability analysis, or for airline industries, for each route, the total passenger, the tickets revenue compared to the service cost, the profitability levels. And then I will give you a small practice question you can work on. And then in the next video, we can talk about the solution for this. Or if you want to work it right now, I will give you 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute to work on. So right now, get your paper and a pencil, and then we'll talk about the answer in a minute. It's very similar to the example we did, but this give you a immediate practice. Okay, so we can enhance our understanding and application. In other words, you need to find out the total direct material, direct labor, and applied overhead. Okay, now let's see how we should solve the problem. As we discussed, the direct material cost is already here, right? So it's directly given by the question, $200. Direct labor, we can use the 10-hour multiplied by the $15 rate per hour. So it's $150. Then the overhead is not directly given. We need to figure out the predetermined overhead rate for the whole year. And to do that, we need to divide the 760,000. So this one is already combined, the variable and the fixed overhead. Divided by the total estimated. Be careful, these two numbers are all estimated. So here is the answer. The predetermined overhead rate is $38 per direct labor hour. There's some like, I don't know how that is displayed. Okay, this is 200 direct material. Direct labor is 150. And then the manufacturer overhead, be careful, applied. We applied not really a actual. So 38 multiplied by 10. The 10 is the actual direct labor hours used by the job. 38 is the estimated overhead. So allocated overhead is 380 plus the material 200 and direct labor 150. So the total cost for the job WR53 is $730. So this is a really simple and straightforward job order costing system. And you can tell the key for the calculation is on the allocated overhead, right? So like or applied overhead. The material and the labor hour are really straightforward. So in the next video, we'll do some more comprehensive practice and help us understand better and apply the job order costing system.